back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you guys a braiding technique that you can use if you have hair loss or alopecia. I also wanted to show you how to apply the net, because a lot of people out there ask me all the time, like, how do you apply the net to the hair? So in this video I'm going to show you, and just bear with me. It's a little bit long, but it's very informative, and I think it's truly going to help you out there. Also, another thing that people ask me is my braiding patterns. I can do any braiding pattern in the world. I just prefer to keep it simple, and I also like to ask the client how will they be wearing their hair. Since she'll be wearing her hair mostly down, she won't be doing any high ponytails or anything like that. I just prefer to braid it straight back. It's easier for her to take it out as well. So let's get into this video, and you'll see me do a little bit of braiding down. I won't be showing the whole entire braid down, but I'll show you a couple of braids on this side, and then I'll take you to the other side, and from there I'll guide you on how to apply the net.
Let's start. Let's start. Let's start. Let's start.
Okay, so right here you see me braiding down her other side. I'm doing it very, very gently. She is a client of mine that has been coming to me for a few years, and contrary to what many may think, you can help some people grow their hair back depending on what kind of alopecia they have going on. Now, she has something called traction alopecia, which is pretty much when you have too tight braids or sew-ins or just anything, even hair glue loss, anything that causes the hair to come out from too tight tension but is still savable. And by savable, I mean, you know, your hair follicles are not dead, it's still able to grow. I've been braiding her hair very gently, and at the end of this video I will show you some pictures that we have been taking from when I first started doing her hair until now. So here you see me adding the net, and where you want to add the net to definitely depends on where you have the biggest spaces between the cornrows. Now, as you can see, she has a pretty big space between her two cornrows that are on the side that I'm sewing on. Obviously, duh. But anyways, I say that to say the reason why you'll be adding the net is so that you can apply the hair in between the spaces, so that the spaces are not seen because hair moves. So here I'm just pretty much sewing it down around the edges. Every few loops or so, I loop it around a couple of times just to ensure that it stays on. You want to make sure you don't sew it too tight when you first start putting the net on around the edges, like where her braid first starts. You want to make sure you don't sew it too tight right there. I'm kind of bringing it down and around, and shortly I will show you the packages of hair that we used. She wanted to do passion twist this time, so just make sure also when you get your net that your crochet hair is not too thick, meaning your locks or your twists are just way too big and it won't go in between these holes on the net, because the holes on the net are pretty small, as you can see. They do have nets with bigger holes. I would suggest looking for something like that. The one that I use comes with an elastic cap around it. Not this net, but the net with the really big holes. And what I usually do is just cut the elastic cap off if the client doesn't want the elastic cap, and then I just sew it on from there. This is very durable. These nets, they stay on, and like I said, the key is to not sew it on too tight, and also to make sure that you put natural oils. I always recommend something like pure castor oil, olive oil, healthy oils, and of course I will have my shameless plug in here of my favorite oil that I like to use, and I will list that in the description below with the link if any of you guys want to try it. But it really and truly works, so I would totally suggest trying this even if you don't have alopecia. Like, this oil is the truth, you know, and I've been using it for some years, and I use it on myself, all of my clients, and I'll be showing you a video later of my hair and, you know, my growth and progress and things like that, okay? But for now, what I'm doing is just cutting off excess net, you know, just to make sure that it's not popping out when you add your hair. There it is, the shameless plug. Aja Naturals. Make sure you go check out the link below. I like to put it in a bottle, like an applicator bottle, because it just comes out so much easier that way than with the dropper. You have more control over how much oil you want to use. So here I'm just oiling her down pretty well, and with the oil like that, you only need it maybe twice a week or something like that, once a week. I always say, like, because I know we're busy and we're on the go, if your scalp gets itchy, that's usually a sign it's dry. You want to put oil. So here are the packs that we used, and they're Passion Twist. I showed you the brand. Most Passion Twists are fine to use. It's your personal preference. So here you can see I'm just kind of sliding the twist in between the hole in the braid. That's another way that you can ensure that the net stays on, by adding what I like to pretty much call an anchor around the edges of the braid. Here we are with the twist in the middle part of the net, just to make sure that when her hair moves, nobody can see anything. And this style is really cute. It's really durable. It's very easy to take care of. You can wear this hair anywhere, vacay, work, workouts is really good for too. You know, you can style it any way you want to. You can add all type of little clips and shells and beads and whatever you want to add to it. They hold up really, really good. And they require very, very minimal product. So easy to take care of. Beautiful. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit more of this install, and we also use another color. This color right here is T1B/M. I'm unsure what the M stands for. You know, these colors come in crazy numbers and letters. I would think that this color right here is more of like a burgundy color, but if you're looking for this particular color by this particular brand, that's what you want to type in, T1B/M. So I'm gonna get ready to wrap up this install, and I hope that this helps someone out there with net applying, because it's not as hard as it seems. And if you just have some patience when you're installing it and sewing it on, you can get this on very easily. So here is an up close, so you can see how I'm just sliding it into the hole. And when you're doing hair on top of nets, make sure you don't skip past more than 2 holes, because if you start going in there and skipping up using about 3 or 4 holes, what happens is you start getting pulling on the net, and the net gets smaller, and it can potentially slide back if you have it applied to the top of a person's head. So make sure you don't skip past more than 2 holes. You can do 1 hole, but I like to do 2 just in case, because sometimes that 1 hole does pop. So I like to do 2 holes, but anything more than that is gonna cause issues, trust me. So I'm gonna get ready to close this video out. I will show you guys the final results of this style. And if you haven't used a net before, you should definitely try it. If you're nervous about putting it on, don't be. Just have patience, and you'll be able to get it on with no problems at all. It covers up very, very well. And here's another picture of another style that we had previously done with the net as well. So I'm gonna leave you guys with these before and after pictures as well, just to show you that if you braid it lightly and you don't sew the net down too tight, the hair will grow. Those are the key factors in this. You want to make sure that you're not sewing the net on tight, and you want to make sure you're not braiding too tight. If you do that and the client oils her hair regularly, it will be fantastic. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Bye.